Hey, hey, how you guys doing? Lesson 46. Let's knock it out here. We're going to do lots of neat stuff today. Some of this is going to help you knock through stuff faster. So rather than having to do all this work, there's a trick or two you can learn here and go boom, 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 and get some of these problems from the problem set and get them out of the way and get them finished and done. Okay, so let's go back and do an oldie. How do you write this in expanded notation? Remember how to do this? You go, that's going to be 8 times 1,000 plus 5 times 100 plus 7 times 10 plus 2 times 1. There's your answer, right? Let's look at this too, an oldie. Write these as fractions. Well, this is red. If you read this other than just, 0.3, 0.74, 0.826, or whatever, then it's a lot easier to write these as fractions because this is 3 what's? Tenths, right? So you just write 3 tenths. So this is 74 hundredths, okay? This is 826 thousandths. There we go. That's right in fraction. Now we're going to combine these today, okay? We're going to write this in expanded notation. And if you want to copy that down, you can. Pause it or whatever. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go, 5, of course, that's just going to be 5 times 1, right? That's our ones. Now, instead of going over to the left with it like 25 or 9,725 and all that, we're going to go to the right. We're going to go plus, and that'll be 6, of course, right? That's the only numeral we see. Times what? This is red how? This is 6 what's? Not tenths, right? It's hundredths. So you're going to write, okay, that's 6 times 1/100th. That's it. That's all you need to do. Same thing. You're just going to work the other way. All right? How about this one? We're going to go backwards. 4 times 1/10 plus 5 times 1/1000th as a decimal number. Now you might, if you want, again, pause it and write this down if you want to. All right, well, 4 times 1/10, well, again, if you know you're messing with a number that has tenths and it has thousandths, you're going to go, oh, that's the biggest, that's the farthest decimal to the right. So I'm just going to write myself a decimal. Now, I know I have a tenth in there, and the hundredth, I don't see anything, but I know I have a thousandth, and that's as big as it, okay, I'll just stop right there. Okay, well, write 4 times 1/10. Well, this is where the tenths go, right? 5 times 1,000th, that's where the thousandths go right there. Well, I don't see any hundredths, and then there you go. That's all. You're just going backwards. All there is to it. Okay? Multiply these. This is something different. This is one of the tricks that are going to help you do things faster and get math over with. Okay? Multiply 9 times 10. It's 90, right? We know that. All right? 12 times 10, we know that multiplication table, 120. Now, if you notice, when you're multiplying by 10, and 9 has a decimal right here, right? If you might want to think of it as 9.0, or this could be 12.0. If you multiply something by 10, you just move the decimal place over one time. The answer is 90. 12.0, move it over, that's going to be 120. Well, you can guess what this is going to be. 37 times 10 will be not 37.0, but 370. 92 times 10, 970, and so on, all right? Well, what if we multiply something like this by 10? It's the same thing, right? If something works, if you do it and it works every time, I'm just going to do it for this too, even if it looks a little different. It will work. That's what algebra is all about. When you get to algebra one day, if you know how to add fractions and do certain things with numbers, even long division, the same thing is going to work with algebraic x's and y's and a's and all that jazz. So knowing your arithmetic and your algorithms' ways of doing things is going to help you tremendously when you get to algebra. So, all right, well, if it works to move the decimal place over one time, it'll work here too. So 375 times 10, 3.75 times 10 will be 37.5. We already proved it works. We'll stop right there, okay, except for, look at this. Now we're going to be doing times 100. Well, if we move the decimal place over one time, when we multiply by 10, what do you suppose is going to happen when you do it with 2 times? Okay, multiplied by 100 will be 2 times over, right? So twice, 375. Well, this is about 4, right? 3.75. About 4 times 100 is about 400. That's a reasonable answer, and it'll work. I'm sure you can figure out what we do when we multiply 1,000, right? Same thing, okay? All right, try the practice set. These are all together at once, and this is on page 244. So do them all, then come back and unpause it, and then check your answers. Okay, go ahead and pause it. Okay, let's do this together. A is going to be 2 times 1 times 5 times 1/100th. Make sure that's not 5/10, okay? B, 2 times 10 times plus 5/10, 20.5. This will be 2 times 1/10. That's the 2 part. There aren't any hundredths. There's just 5 times 1,000. Okay. D, let's look at that. 7 plus 0.8, 7.8. Same thing for E. And let's look at F through K. Mentally, we're going to do this, okay? F is 3.5. G is 35. H is 25. I is 250. J is 1.25. All those make sense? Okay, you're just moving that decimal. And by the way, this is what you should be doing from now on. Don't, when it says multiply by 10 or 100 or 1,000, no more doing long multiplication and all that. That's over. So that's going to help save you time on your problem sets, all right? Look at K, 0.125. You just move over twice. It's 12.5. All right, is it true or false? If 0.4 is multiplied by 10, the product is a whole number. No, it's not. It's 0.4. That's not a whole number. If 0.04 is multiplied by 100, yep, that is, because it's 4. All right, last two, multiply 1.5 times 10 and divided by 0.5 times 10. Well, let's just do this. 1.5, 0.5 times 10 over 10. Well, we're multiplying by 1, right? So what's 1.5 divided by 0.5? The answer is 3, even if you didn't know that. 1.5 times 10, you just move it over once, right? It's 15. 0.5 times 10, you move it over once, that's 5. 15 divided by 5, 3. There you go. Last one, 2.5 times 100. Let's just do that in our heads. 2.5 times 100, 250, right? 0.05 times 100 is just 5, right? So 250 divided by 5 is 50. 25 divided by 5 is 5. You just plop the 0 on at the very end of that, and you're done. You got it. Okay. Really use these tricks. I mean, it's really important. Go ahead and use these tricks. They're very helpful in getting, again, everybody, we all need to just speed this up. Not rush and go crazy, but let's learn tricks and apply them so we just knock out problem after problem in these problem sets. So anyway, good luck today. Have a great day. Blessings to you, and see you next time.